Hey everyone, this is Jennifer Sanchez. We are at the Chicago Latina Magazine Expo 2026 in Humboldt Park. And I promised, as I said last night in my video, I was going to come here and interview guests, interview speakers, panelists, vendors. It's quite a busy morning so far. So, who am I? I'm the founder of the Wise Coffee Chat Show. I'm on all the social media platforms as well as on WRMN 1410. So you can go to WRMN1410.com to learn more about their programming. And if you want to learn more about me, go to wisealliancenetwork.com. But I'm excited here this morning because I have a guest with me who was a panelist earlier today, right? And can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
My name is Sandra. I am a registered dietitian here in Chicago. I am a Latina registered dietitian here in this beautiful city of Chicago.
So tell us a little bit about why are you here today?
I actually want.
Yep.
I actually was invited on the panelists to discuss a little bit more of our culture and nutrition and how that social media, all that is translated, and how we can help help everybody here that is culturally driven individuals that are better, that want to improve their overall health.
So how long have you been doing this business for?
Oh, I've been a dietitian for now 15 plus years. I've worked at hospitals. I worked as a renal dietitian. So my background is more on clinical. Right now I am achieving my doctorate in clinical dietitian.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
So, are you born and raised in Chicago?
I was not. I was born in Mexico, Durango, and I came to Chicago when I was 7.
Wow.
My story is that of the typical immigrant, but I'm very happy to be a resident here in Chicago and have been since I've been 7 years old. This is all I know. This is my city.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about what made you decide to go into becoming a dietitian out of every field that you could have gone into.
Originally, I wanted my path was to become a physician,
Okay.
but seeing the disparities in my family and seeing the health opportunities that actually presented itself within my own circle, my own family, my own community, it really made me. I want to say that nutrition or dietetics chose me, and I did not choose dietetics. I was one among, I want to say 95 that got selected to a program, and from there it has become not only I've been the clinician to my family, but I've been also the advocate for a lot of my family members, a lot of my individuals that only speak Spanish. So
Nice. So how, now that you do what you do and you're Mexicana, you're Latina,
yes.
how do you do it with eating, right? Like our diet can be very unhealthy, right? How are there substitutions? What do you recommend, especially, with the Latin cuisine, right? Hispanic cuisine.
In our culture, in our diet, it is wonderful. It is full of vitamins, it's full of minerals, it's full of anti-inflammatory. It can work as anti-inflammatory. It is the understanding, the basic fundamentals of understanding what it is. And I think it's about portion. I think it's about understanding, because a lot of people say, well, now I'm asked to do more protein. It's not about the protein, it's about the quality of the protein.
Yeah.
Beans are high in protein, but they're also high in fiber. And so you are, for me, it's just educating about the fundamentals.
Tell me a little bit about what were you talking about on the panel? I caught a little bit of it, and I did hear you talk about fiber. So what were you discussing on stage?
So my focus is on functional medicine, and I focus a lot in the digestive system, how the digestive system impacts overall conditions, how it goes from gut all the way to mind, how it's also for mental healing, right? So we were talking about not only how diet, nutrition, and mental health and physical activity are all combined. So in my niche, I encourage nutrition, because I feel that in our kitchens, that's where it all starts.
Yeah.
We have, especially us Latinas, we are the ones that create, we're the ones that buy, we're the ones that purchase.
Yeah.
We are everything. We are the, professionals, we are the mothers.
Yes.
But what we do, it actually transfers into our children.
Yeah.
So they see based on our behavior. If
Yes.
our consumption and if our behavior is that we're not prioritizing ourselves, that trickles down to them. And while I say that, is that we need to start looking at what we consume and how that helps us heal overall, not just our, prevents us from chronic conditions, but also how that can help with mental health.
Yeah.
So if you are consuming quite a lot of the processed foods, how does that really trickle down to how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Anxiety, depression. How can we help ourselves?
I like that.
Starting in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and how can we transfer that to our kids? How does that behavior just go trickle down to our children?
Yeah. And they say the stomach is the second brain, right? Isn't
Correct.
that so?
Correct.
I love that. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, please share. Where would they go? How would they get in touch with you?
So I'm opening my private practice soon, Vita Health and Wellness, and my website's going to be sandynutrition.com.
sandynutrition.com. Are you on any social media channels?
Yes, I am RD Con Sabor. The reason I chose RD Con Sabor is because as a Latina dietitian, our cuisine is so delicious, but so healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
As long as we know that portion is important,
Okay.
quality is important, and what to select, what things can we, when we go grocery shopping, what are our priorities? So I do Nutrologa at TikTok, Nutrologa Sandra in TikTok, or RT Con Sabor in Instagram.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Sandra, for being on with us. Really appreciate it. Now
Thank
you
you for
guys
having
know
me.
where to reach out to her, and thank you for being here at the Chicago Latina Expo.
Thank you. Thank you for
All
having
right,
me.
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's bring the next guest over.
Was I yelling?
No, no, you're fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we are back. We're here with Maria Paloma. We're at the Chicago Latina Magazine Expo. So I promised I was going to be here, bring some exposure, and highlight the great things about this event. And I have one of my favorite people here who's been like my OG. I mean, how long have I known you?
Oh boy, it's been
Get
a
it
long
closer.
time. It's been a while. Yes.
So we've
Yeah,
known each
years.
other for quite some time. I want to say maybe about what,
I'm gonna say 7, 8, maybe 9 years.
9 years?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So super excited that we have Maria Paloma here. So tell us a little bit, Maria, about what do you do, Maria?
Thank you, Jennifer, for inviting me to tell a little bit about myself to
Yeah.
our viewers here. My name is Maria Paloma, and I am a financial professional. Really, the core of what I love to do is share and impart financial information with my my friends, my family, the community. I offer financial workshops, and really, the most important thing is we move more not just about paying bills and making budgets and things like that. We really talk to you about creating financial stability, creating plans for short-term goals, midterm goals, long-term wealth, generational wealth building. And
Nice.
really, the core and the foundation is knowledge, because once you learn financial concepts and you learn the rules of money, you make better financial decisions. And when you know the rules of the game, you are better equipped to win at the rules
Yeah.
at the game of money.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this now, Maria? Because I've seen your transition
Yeah.
into multiple different industries. So how long has it been now with this one?
I've been in this industry for 5 years now.
Has it been 5 years?
Yes, 5 years.
Wow. So get it closer to your mouth. How rewarding has this been being in this industry?
It's been very rewarding because I've done a lot of growth myself. I thought that I was pretty financially savvy, if you will. I did my own finances for my family, handled the finances for my parents. And then when I got into the space, I learned so much of what is not taught in in our education system, right?
Yeah.
And then I realized, man, I really now have to share with others because I was not taught this when I thought that I was doing pretty well. And so that's been most rewarding for me to come into a space and share knowledge with people and have people say, wow, I'm so glad. Thank you for sharing. And I wish I knew this, many years ago. So that has
Yeah.
been very rewarding.
That's awesome. So tell me why did you choose to come here today to this expo? You could be doing so many different things today on a Saturday, beautiful morning, right? Why are you here today?
First of all, I'm here to support Linda
Of
Del Bosque
course.
because the
Yes.
Chicago Latina magazine is doing amazing things.
They are.
And so I am here to support her. I am an in kind sponsor as well. So I think that she's going to be having a raffle soon. But
Yes.
I'm also supporting my friends. A lot of the vendors here are friends of mine that I've met through what I do and a lot of the events that I host or that I attend, and really supporting them, showcasing the amazing things that they are doing.
Yeah.
And because it is still Women's Month, definitely supporting all of my amigas here. And they're also sharing out that people need to come and support as well, because our movement is important. And even though we only showcase the women 1 month out of the year, we are amazing all year long, right?
Yeah, we're doing so many things. I mean, like the previous person before you said, we do a lot. We take care of the home. We do the shopping. We're doing a lot of things, especially as women in our communities.
Yes,
What makes you feel? I'm proud to be a Latina. I'm just
every day.
curious. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. I'm proud to be a Latina. I love to support Latinas and Latinas of all countries and all, right? South America, Ecuador,
So many
everybody. So many
varieties of
varieties,
us,
so many
right?
flavors, right?
So
But
many flavors. I
absolutely,
like
so
that.
proud and proud of the accomplishments that we are making, and proud that we can now teach our young girls too to
Yes.
not be afraid to speak up, not be afraid
Yes.
to use your voice. Come as you are.
Yes.
I spoke to a young lady earlier today who said that she was told in high school that she should straighten her hair and not wear her curls. And I said,
Yes.
never. Stop that.
Yes.
Leave that behind. You wear your curls. You be you. And that is just the power that we have, to come as we are and to support each other, use our voices to elevate other women in the spaces, and then find other people, allies, like other men who are here in this space who are our allies and
Yes.
supporting us as well, so
Shout
that
out,
we can.
yeah. Shout out to the men that
Yes,
are here for sure. There's a lot of men here that are supporting. I
absolutely, so that we
agree.
can succeed at any level, anything that we decide to do, that,
Yes.
that we know that we have within ourselves the power to succeed.
Yeah, and you're an educator as well, right? You're an
Yes.
educator, you're a yoga instructor. I know you do more, right?
Yes, yes.
You're a serial entrepreneur. How have you been able to balance all of that?
So it's interesting that you asked that, because I just heard from another speaker that I listened to a little while ago, who said there's no such thing as balance,
I
right?
agree with that.
That's not my phone, is it?
No, no, no.
No, okay. I am an educator, full time educator. I am a second grade teacher and about to retire. So I'm not sure if you knew
Wow.
that. So in
Okay.
June, I'm retiring from the second grade classroom, moving full time into the financial literacy classroom. And I do have a yoga certification. I don't teach on a regular basis. I more so sub, from place to place. But I love what I do because it just opens me up to many opportunities to meet people and share my knowledge. As an educator, that is just my love and my passion to share knowledge with people everywhere.
I love that.
And once you have knowledge, nobody can take that from you.
That is
So.
such a true, valid point. When you are educated, when you have information, what that I believe readers are leaders, right? No one can ever rob you of any of that, and you could, even if you like lose everything, the fact that you know so much information, you could rebuild that up.
Absolutely, and that is something people are very afraid to start something new. Fear, doubt are real things, but if you never try, you'll never know. So we
Absolutely.
must fail forward, which means fear. Oh, now I forgot. Fail
Uh,
means
I cannot
the
think of the
first
acronym right
attempt
now.
in learning. So
So
I just failed right now, but it's the first
no,
attempt
that's
in
okay.
learning.
Yeah, no, I was thinking
So-
the fear one, not the
Yeah,
fail
yeah,
one,
yeah.
and there's so many acronyms.
Yes,
But
so many
so if someone
acronyms.
wants to get in touch with you, Maria, where would they go?
You can find me very easily at mariapaloma.com. I am on Instagram. Once you go to mariapaloma.com, you will find all my social media handles: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and my email is on there as well. So I look forward to hearing from you.
Yes, so reach out to Maria if you're looking for you have any financial needs. And then we're going to take a quick short break. I'm bringing someone else, right? So just give me like a 30 seconds and we're bringing someone else. So don't touch that social media button.
Right. Thank you, Jennifer.
All right, so we are here with Felicia Hernandez. I had to say it with my Latina accent, right? Because she has a unique name, Felicia. I don't know that many Felicias.
Really?
No.
It means happiness.
I love that. And
Como
that
la
goes-
palabra felicidades.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Felicidades means happiness,
Yeah.
right?
Felicita, Felicia, Felicity, all those
I
names mean happiness.
love
Mhm.
that. Okay, I
Mhm.
love your name. So tell a little bit to the viewers. What are you doing here? Why are you here at the Chicago Latina Magazine Expo?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I love Chicago Latina Magazine. They're amazing plataforma that is amplifying the voices of other Latinas businesses. I'm here as a vendor and supporter and advocate of all things Black and Brown. So my brand is Gorditas Way. So we teach body liberation, which is
What does gorditas mean?
Gordita means little fat one, little thick one, right? It's used as a form of endearment and an insult. I know it's a contradiction.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's a big stigma around that
Yes,
word, right?
but we had to reclaim the word and talk all of everything about radical acceptance and unlearning the toxicness of diet culture in these systems.
Wow. So one thing about the Hispanic culture
Mhm.
is that we use hurtful words
Yes.
as terms of endearment.
Yes.
I have no idea why we do this, but they're very hurtful, right? So you'll be like, hey, flaca, skinny girl, hey, gordita, fat girl, or
Hey,
hey,
gorda.
gorda, or feo, or whatever. So
Yeah.
feo is ugly, right? So like literally the people walk around with these nicknames that scar them for life. And I don't know why our community does that, but what you're doing is you're taking a word that, I mean, some people might find it like now, I guess maybe in our generation, gordita is like, it's not that bad, right? We're accepted body acceptance, right?
Mhm.
You're taking this word and empowering it. So tell me, like, why did you want to do that?
Absolutely. So the problem that we're solving in our business is low body dissatisfaction rates in women in LGBTQ communities.
Okay.
So I wanted to reclaim this word with a background in social health and in social work and public health. I saw a
Okay.
gap personally. I didn't see women who look like me in wellness and in fitness. So I
That's so
wanted to be that
true.
change. So I just started documenting my wellness journey, my weight loss journey.
That is so true.
And in the process, I realized like society has capitalized off of our insecurities.
They so have. Well, you know what's interesting is like you would think that someone that's slender or thin, you might think that they're healthy, but they could be so unhealthy, right?
mhm.
And then someone that you might look at and you'd be like, oh, they're a little thicker, they're a
Mhm.
little rounder,
Mhm.
but they're actually super healthy, right? So like
Exacto.
there's
Mhm.
this conception or
Like
mindset
stigma, yeah.
So I thought about this when I started training for the marathon
Mhm.
years ago. I haven't done it.
Ooh.
I did it in
I didn't know
22.
you were training for a marathon.
Oh,
Get
not
it?
right now. No, girl. No, I ain't training for no marathon right now. But I trained in 2018 and 22 for the Chicago Marathon,
Okay.
and I always thought marathon runners were like super, like supposed to be skinny and
Yeah.
like fit and like. And then when I started training, I was like, whoa! Like there was all shapes, sizes,
Yeah.
but we were all doing the same thing.
Body inclusive.
Yeah, and I was all ages, so that opened up my eyes to like you don't have to look a certain way
Nope.
to be healthy.
Size is one indicator of health. It's not the whole picture. So our message for marketing is no matter where you're at in your body journey, your health matters. So that's why we're doing the first ever body liberation conference for Latino Heritage
Oh
Month,
wow!
September 26th. That's encouraging our communities to do it all. Si tú quieres bailar, there's going to be dance and entertainment. If you want to do a guided meditation with some sound healing, there's going to be sound healing. If you want inspirational speakers
That
and
sounds
value,
fun.
it's going to be a full day immersive experience to help our communities heal their relationships with their bodies.
Wow, I love that. Invite
Yeah.
me.
Yes, you'll be there.
Invite me to speak. No.
September 26th.
I love that you're putting this together. And there's also like even like the BMI, right? I've always heard that it's I don't want to say, I don't know what's the correct word to use, but it's for Caucasians. They're not
Yeah.
really doing BMI based off like
Yeah.
black and brown bodies, right?
Exactly.
Because black and brown bodies are shaped differently.
Yeah, I talk about it in my chapter. There's a whole chapter dedicated to the BMI. So, body mass index is made for white people. It is not made for communities of color. It doesn't distinguish the difference between body fat and body muscle mass. And it was not made for bigger bodies. It doesn't give the whole picture. So, there's a chapter that's dedicated to reframing body mass index, to banging my image and knowing that regardless of size, right? Regardless of your size,
I
tu cuerpo
love
merece
that. She
ejercicio,
said,
bailar. You deserve to be healthy
wow.
regardless of what your size is.
I
So,
love.
yeah.
Wait, time out. Hold
Banging
on.
my it's
I-
a chapter
I'm
in my
processing
book
right
in
now.
Gordita's way. So,
So
yeah.
tell us a little bit about this book. What made you want to write? Well, I'm sure I know why, but like,
Yeah.
what made you want to do the book?
Well, to be honest, it was a very non-traditional authorship route. Most people are like, I want to be an author, I want to publish. I actually didn't. I was blogging. I was a fitness and wellness blogger, documenting my stories for a series of 2 years while I talked about all the issues that we talked about today: body shaming in Latino communities, reclaiming our cultural foods, and in the process of doing a digital storytelling project, which was
Wow.
highlighting other women of color's body stories. Humboldt Park community, where we're standing today, told me, ¿Qué más te vas a tener a pesar de t-shirts and selling? So I connected with a a publisher who turned bloggers into authors, and that's how this book came into fruition. It was
Wow.
my first steps to starting my business.
So just to translate, the community said, "What else are you going to provide for us?"
Yeah.
Y dice, ¿qué más vas a tener?
And I had to provide them.
So
and
you provided
yeah.
a book. So you actually
Mhm.
provided a tool for the community that was asking for this type of information.
Correct.
That
Mhm.
is awesome. I love what you're
Mhm.
doing. I love the whole coming against the body shaming and
Mhm.
redefining what this is. So I love that. If someone wants to get in touch with you, buy your book, go to the conference, where can they find all this information at?
Absolutely. My most active platform is Instagram. So I am Gordita's Way across all platforms on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Felicia Hernandez. So follow me, follow the journey. There are so many different ways you could get involved. If you want to be a sponsor, a vendor at the event, it's going to be September 26th. But I would say the best way is slide into my DMs, DM keyword Libre, and I will send you the link to our conference.
I love that. And
Yeah.
every time you say Gorditas Way, I keep thinking of the movie Carlitos Way.
I know, a lot of people say that.
I was like, oh Lord, my
So,
mind.
It's my perspective, my way, my perspective on health and wellness from a Gordita's standpoint.
Which we need it
Mhm.
because there's not enough conversation. There's too
Mhm.
much body shaming. There's
Or
not enough acceptance.
representation.
Now, I am a big believer in you should
Mhm.
be the healthiest that you can
Absolutely.
be, right?
Mhm.
Don't be like, well, God made me this way and I'm
Mhm.
just going to do very reckless decisions. Like, I'm
Mhm.
always trying to better myself, like every day.
Absolutely.
Like, maybe I shouldn't be eating that. Maybe I shouldn't
Yeah.
drink this.
Mhm.
Maybe, I should, like, I've been doing the 75 hard challenge if
Yeah.
you're familiar with it, right?
Yeah.
I haven't drank alcohol. Like, like
Yeah.
those things
I'm
like
also
that.
on a sober journey.
So
For a year.
challenging
Mhm.
myself like that, right?
Yeah.
I love
Mhm.
what you're doing. You guys reach out to Felicia if you want to learn more. You guys got her Instagram channel, right?
Yes.
What was it again?
Gorditas_way. So same as the book, and the book can also be found on Amazon. Gorditas Way: The Ways of an Unapologetic Latina.
I love
If you
it.
want that link, just DM me on Instagram.
I love it. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We're gonna bring another guest real quick.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, we're back with Dr. Miles from Thrive Wellness and Aesthetics.
Yes.
As you can see, we are partying here over there with this music that we're competing with, but they're having a great time here. So, Dr. Miles, tell us a little bit about your practice.
Yes. So we're a new practice here in West Town, Chicago, 1536 West Chicago, Thrive Wellness and Aesthetics. I'm Dr. Miles, so I'm a medical doctor. Basically, we started the practice to help people feel beautiful and confident inside and out. So with traditional medicine, a lot of times we treat the illnesses, but I'm more about preventative care and stopping it before it starts.
Nice. How long have you had this practice? You said you just started it?
Yes. So we just moved to West Town, but
Okay.
we've been in doing this for about 2 years now.
Wow.
And we just moved to our new storefront, and our grand opening will be May 28th. So check us
Oh,
out.
congratulations. So
Yes.
what made you decide to go into this area of medicine?
Well, so I grew up in the South, and my mom was a cosmetologist. And if
Okay.
you know, like I was called what's called a shop baby.
Okay.
And shop babies, we grow up in the shop, and everybody comes in, gets their hair done, and we talk. It's like a counseling session, you know, everybody in the
Yes.
neighborhood. But at the end of the service, people just look better, they look great, and they feel
feel
great,
good.
right? So that was my upbringing, and I wanted to kind of marry that into my professionalism, my background as being a doctor. So I decided to take that leap of faith and go out and start Thrive Wellness and Aesthetics, because you don't just have to survive, we can thrive, you know?
I like that. I love the fact that you said you were a shop baby, and
Uh-huh.
that's what kind of challenged you to go into this. So, what are the kind of services that someone can get at your location?
Okay, so I specialize in hormone therapy for both women and men. My
Okay, tell me more.
mom
Tell me more.
went through menopause at a really young age. She had
Okay.
a lot of issues. She had the mood swings, the insomnia, the night sweats.
Oh,
And it was a hard time for her. So that's when I started to get more into like hormonal medicine.
okay.
I treat men and women, but I wanted to let the women know that there is a way out. We don't have to deal with that. We don't, you know, the decreased libido, you know, the feeling of, I don't know, like the mood swings and the fatigue and the brain fog. These are all things that we deal with. And the men get themselves taken care of. But the women, I feel like we're always like, well, this is just what it is, you know?
Well, I heard, and you can correct me, that there's not that much studies on premenopause. Like, there's not that many doctors that really focus in on that. At least this is what I've heard from a lot of my female friends that are older.
Uh-huh.
What can you what can you share about that?
So we are limited on female studies, but there are a lot of studies out there, and I like to go by the way my patient feels. Studies have shown that it helps instead of hurt us. The women, they feel better, they have energy. Like my patients, when I do pellet therapies also, so it lasts a little longer. When their pellets wear off, they're like, okay, it's time for me to re-up because I feel horrible. I feel back to where I was at baseline. Wow. So the symptomology of it and them feeling better and feeling improved and having that energy to do things, it changes their lives really. Back to the studies, but there are a lot of studies on it. We have less studies on women than men because of course we can bear kids, but there's a lot of information out there. As to what you said about like traditional medicine, we don't really learn this in medical school, so it's something that you have to learn on your own, basically, whilst practicing and conducting your own kind of studies.
Wow. And you know what? That I have a lot of my friends ask me like, has Perry visited you yet? I was like, who's Perry? You know, perimenopause. I was like, no, I'm not there yet. Please don't tell me about this yet, right? But I keep hearing that you should be more preventative. It should be about preventative care and be mindful and start doing things now and preparing yourself for that. What do you think about that?
Just balancing out your levels, getting all your labs completed. I think right now, the way we eat and the environmental toxins, they all weigh on our bodies differently. So as opposed to years ago when you would go through menopause and perimenopause at a later age, I'm starting to see it happen earlier and earlier. I mean, I have symptoms myself, so, and I know I look good, but I'm not that young, y'all. But but you know, so it's important, I think, to look and feel your best. So it is something to check in on regularly.
I love that. I love that. So why are you here at the Chicago Latina Expo? What made you come today?
So I'm just trying to get the name out there and basically share my knowledge with everyone. I represent the Black and Brown community, and I think this was a great event to be a part of.
I love that. Now, if someone wants to get in touch with you, they want to learn where's your open house or your grand opening, where can they go? Where can they find this information?
Yes. So we are Thrive Wellness and Aesthetics, and that is at 1536 West Chicago Avenue in Chicago. And our website is T as in Tom, W as in Walter, A as in Adam, twachicago.com. And we can be found on Instagram at Thrive Wellness Shy. That's Thrive Wellness CHI.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for jumping on and being here with me. And you guys will be right back. We're bringing another person up, so don't leave.
Come see us.
Okay, we're back with a familiar face. I've interviewed this beautiful woman before, Suli. Suli, can you introduce yourself?
So I'm Suli, the owner of Doll Revolution Boutique here in Chicago, located at in the Albany Park neighborhood.
Albany Park. Whoop, whoop. So I'm always repping Albany Park. So coincidentally, we actually both grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yes.
We knew a lot of the same people, and we never crossed paths.
But here we are now.
But here we are as adults with businesses out here networking. Like, oh, you're from here? Oh, I used to live down the street from that place. Like, literally. But we never crossed because you went to Von Steuben, right?
Yep, I went to Von Steuben.
And I went to Roosevelt. So we were like right there.
Rivalries.
Yeah, we were rivalries for sure. So, Suli, tell us, why are you here today at the Chicago Latina Magazine Expo?
Oh my God. So the expo's theme is health and wellness. And one thing that we like to promote is
Yeah.
the health aspect. A lot of our clients come in for shapewear, but it's more than just shapewear. I like to utilize it as your gateway to a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
She's a tool to help you achieve your goals, but most importantly, maintain them. So then we'll introduce them to things like sea moss for nutrient deficiency, for gut health. We have a lymphatic massage girl because if your lymphatic system's not working properly, that's probably those little pockets of fat that you don't like, and it just means your system is clogged. You just need a nice little massage to kickstart it. And
For
then
sure.
we have a sensory massage girl too, because your nervous system, if you're anxious, depressed, your anxiety's all over the place, that can also plateau you on your weight loss. So it's like a whole entire team with the same mission.
Yeah, no, and I love that you do that. I mean, when I brought you on the show on the campus, I mean, we were talking about it, the whole CMOS thing, right? What's the benefits of, because I know you do that a lot. What are the benefits of CMOS?
So CMOS has many, many benefits. The ones that I focus on is hunger suppressant because you're getting a boost of 92 essential vitamins and minerals. You're also treating any nutrient deficiency that you might have there. And it also works with good gut health. So there's a
Yeah.
couple of us that have constipation issues, maybe not a bowel movement on daily basis. It helps regulate that.
That's
It's
good.
not a laxative, but it's a regulatory system to kind of work with your gut.
I
Because this
love
is
that.
like our central this kind of affects this and everything else. So what's good about looking cute on the outside if the inside's not functioning properly?
Yeah, right. It's very important, and I think a lot of people might not know about CMOS. I mean, there are people that know about it, but there's probably not a lot. So, what made you're a vendor here today, right?
I've been a supporter of Linda and the Latina Chicago magazine. She's been great about reaching out to small businesses. I've been knowing her for a couple of years.
Yeah,
So when she told me about the event, it was a no-brainer.
of
I'm like, it
course.
connects everything that I'm looking for. I actually like the conversations. They've talked about processed foods, gut health, colon health. So it just
Yes.
goes hand in hand with what we do.
I love that. I love that. So, tell us a little bit. Any events coming up or anything that's happening?
Right now we have another girl that is at Five Star doing an event. So we're actually everywhere. If you guys follow Beautiful Wellness, B is one of our Midway and Back of the Yards reps. You will catch her at every single location. We actually have our sensory girl that's doing the same thing too. So if you
Yeah.
follow us on social media under Doll Revolution, you'll see on my stories where we're at.
Yeah, no, for
Everywhere.
sure. You are everywhere. You'll be like, oh, there she is. But it's good though. You're staying in people's faces, and that's one thing that I think is really great about what you've been doing. So, where is your location located again?
I'm located in Albany Park at 3635 West Montrose, right on the corner of Montrose and Monticello.
Yes, yes. And if someone wants to get in touch with you, where would they go?
You can follow us on social media at Doll Revolution, or you can go on our website at iamdollrevolution.com. You'll be able to see our products and book an appointment so you can come on into the shop.
Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Sully, for jumping on again with me and being here at the Chicago Latina Expo. So, we're going to take a quick break, bring someone else on. So, do not leave, guys. All right, we are back with Sarah Martinez, one of my besties, that she's here as well. So super excited. She's actually one of the organizers, or she's part of the team that put this event together, right? So, Sarah, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, I'm Sarah Martinez or Sarah Flores. I am part of the planning committee for the Chicago Latina magazine. If you haven't heard about the Chicago Latina magazine, they're actually a Latina leading owned events and media platform that really boosts and promotes culture, education for Latinas in the community
In
in
the
Chicago
Chicago.
area. Yeah.
What made you decide to even be part of the planning committee? Why this organization?
Well, because in my past, I've done a lot of work with organizations like ASE, who is also part in Chicago, Hispanic Alliance for Career Enhancement. I've also been part of organizations like Latinas on the Plaza, which is where I met this beautiful woman.
Yeah.
who is now a bestie as well.
Bessie.
As well as WISE with her organization, the Women's Institute of Self Development and Efficacy. So I stepped away from that for a few years, became a mom, had to do some mom duties, focused on my career, focused on my growth, and now I'm ready to be back in the community.
Yeah, doing big things. I
Yes,
love it. I mean,
yes.
you guys did a phenomenal event. This is
Thank you.
huge. I didn't expect so many vendors.
I know.
I
we
mean,
had a
right,
great turnout.
even like when I went over there, I was like, whoa, like this is a lot of people here. So I mean, that was kudos to you
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
right?
I think you did a great
And
job.
the panels. Tell us a little bit about the panels and who was speaking and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't. No aguanta el pinche ritmo. um, so I got to moderate a panel on health and wellness today, and we had a nutritionist, we had a mental health awareness therapist, we had a yoga instructor slash Pilates instructor from the Latina Sweat Project. So we just talked about the different barriers that Latinas face as mothers, as women in our culture, how we can prioritize our health. How we should be surrounded by community that aligns with our vision. We deserve to be in certain spaces. We deserve to eat well, to move, to take care of our peace. We also had another panel on financial wellness, and we had Berg Law to come in and talk about their immigration services as well.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome. I didn't know that you guys were doing that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're talking about like just overall the issues that Latina women specifically deal with.
Yes.
Because culturally, we deal with a lot.
We do. We wear a lot of different hats.
And there's a lot of demand,
There
right?
is, yes.
I mean, and I don't know, I can't say for other races or cultures, right? But I know the Hispanic culture is very women stay at home, they
Yeah.
take care of their men, they gotta cook and clean. I mean, we've been trained since like 2. I don't know about you, but I feel like I've been trained since 2 to always cater to my dad,
yes.
cater to any male family member
Yes.
in the household, right? Like
Yes.
there's always preferential treatment to the men in the household, right?
Mhm.
Cousins got treated better. Like I remember, like why can't I box? Like I remember saying that as a little girl because I was always like, why can't I be part of what the boys are doing, right? Why do I have to do this, right? So that was just something that culturally we're like, it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah, we're conditioned to be subservient to the men in our culture, in our home. And today's expo was all about, bringing awareness to prioritizing ourselves and not falling as one of the last items on our to-do list.
Yeah, and I love that because
Yeah.
sometimes we do forget. I myself forget, right?
Yes.
So much is like, let's serve someone else, let's help someone else. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I need to take care of me, right? I need to focus on me. I need to pour into me, right? And we can so easily lose ourselves
Absolutely.
in that, right?
Yes.
What can you attest to that or share about that?
Oh my goodness. I mean, the simple fact that we lose ourselves, how are we supposed to do anything better in life if we keep pouring into other people's cups, right? We have to pour into ourselves
Yeah.
in order to show up as the best version of ourselves, whether at work, even as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a friend. It's so difficult to break past that conditioning that we've had for so long, generation after generation, being a Latina, and just finally coming to terms with, you know what, I'm going to break this generational cycle. It's going to end here with me, being progressive, being open-minded, and putting ourselves first.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Sarah,
Yes.
for putting such an amazing event together,
Thanks
for
for
being my
having
bestie, putting up with my stuff.
course.
But thank you so much. And then if anyone wants to get in touch with you or follow you, where can they go?
Well, my Instagram, Sarita da Güerita on Instagram.
Cerita You
Yes.
know, you got a nice TikTok though. Let's talk that TikTok channel.
I'm trying to build it. It's
That's
lot
a
of
good
work.
TikTok channel. You'll be
Yes.
doing some good content out
Thank
there.
you.
So thank you so much for being
Of
with
course.
us.
Thanks.
And you guys, we're bringing up some coffee vendors that I'm super excited to bring. So don't leave. All right, we're back with the ladies of Cafe Solera. So, you know, it's a coffee chat show that I do, right? Probably soon we'll have an extra segment. Maybe we'll call it lipstick and lattes or something
like
with
that.
Nisa. But right now we're talking to the founders, right,
The founders.
of the cafe. You guys are so young. I'm looking like, oh my God. Like, I wish young people were more entrepreneurial and start so younger, because then when you're like my age, right, 40, older 50, like then you're going to be really changing the world. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Right. So tell us a little bit, why did you start Cafe Solera?
Well, so I'm originally trained as a chef. I went to school here out in Kendall and I work now in Los Angeles. And I've been a coffee lover since forever. And so crafting recipes has always been my thing. My sisters also have worked in restaurants. They're mostly their early adulthood. And because we love coffee so much, we decided to combine our love and do a sister owned business. We are not twins. We are literally just
Sisters?
I'm older.
Okay.
I'm older and she's younger.
Yeah.
But pretty much so far we just wanted to,
So you
find
guys
something we
love coffee, and you're like, I'm gonna start a, what would you call it? Because you don't have a coffee shop, but you guys go to pop-ups, but you have this amazing setup.
Yeah, everything's been trial and error. Everything's been trial and error so far. But basically, we just wanted something that's flexible with our time, flexible with our energy and our money. Obviously, owning a shop is very expensive,
Yeah,
so this was
overhead.
the easiest thing that we could do. We also work full time jobs, so
Oh,
we're still.
wow.
I'm traveling back and forth from California to Chicago, and then she has a full time job. She actually works with children with disabilities, so
Wow.
we're doing so much, and this on top.
That's
Yeah.
amazing, though. You guys are killing it, and the
Yeah.
coffee's fabulous. So
Thank
tell us a little
you.
bit about the type of coffee. Like, what's your best seller?
Our best seller is the toasted cinnamon latte, and
Is that what I got?
Yes, that's what she
Okay,
got.
that's what I got.
As well as the Solera latte.
Okay.
But pretty much, I think that those are our two signature ones that we have, and everyone tends to love that one so much.
Okay, well, I love the fact that you did this. So, what does your parents say about this?
Well, our mom has always instilled that like you just gotta hustle, and so like they're really proud of us for doing this and following our dreams and working full time jobs and
Yeah.
being adults and all the things that come with it. But yeah, I mean, it's they see us growing, they see us struggling, and they honestly they're so proud. Yeah.
Well, honestly, it's always going to be a grind.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship is painted very glamorous,
Mhm.
and it can be, but then it's there's a lot of hustle. There's this one book called E-Myth Revisited that I read years ago, and it said basically, the first year is always a loss.
Yeah.
The second year you break even, and the third year you actually make a profit.
Yeah.
You guys are like, yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
In our first year, but it's we're kind of learning all about the trials and errors, and yeah, but we're still here for the whole journey.
That's awesome, and I love the fact that you guys are here and you guys are hustling and you guys are promoting yourselves. And I mean, what made you come to the Chicago Latina Expo?
Well, we grew up with the magazine, and I remember my mom having the magazine often in her room and in her bathroom and everything.
love
So
that.
this was something that like full circle moment. Like we've seen this growing up, and now
Yes.
it's time. Now that we're adults, we can be a part of something like
Oh,
this. Yeah,
I love that. I love that, and I love you guys are. Where are you from? Nationality?
we're Mexican American.
Nice.
Yeah, grew up in
nice.
Pilsen.
Pilsen. Okay,
Yeah.
so heart of Chicago,
Heart of
born and
Chicago.
raised.
Yeah.
I love that you guys. If someone wants to get to know, you said that you sell online, right? You guys have online.
Not yet. We
Okay.
will start doing pickups in April, and so things like that will be happening when we don't have any pop-ups happening as well. We'll be
Okay.
doing pickup orders as well. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So what we're gonna do is if anyone wants to get in touch with you, where would they go?
DM, Instagram, or TikTok, or you can find my email on my Instagram, and that's how you can connect with us.
Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, guys, for
Thank
being here with me.
you.
Keep killing it. Keep doing Cafe Solera, and you guys have. Stay tuned. We're gonna bring another person real quick. All right, we are here with the last guests from the Chicago Latina Magazine Expo 2026. And we're here with Adrian and Cynthia from the Pretty Much Voluptuous Body Rituals. I was like, there's no way I'm going to remember that. But she helped me. She kind of put it up. She was like, read it. So I was like, okay, perfect. But we are here with these lovely ladies. Super excited. They have this amazing looking product that I was really intrigued with. So tell me a little bit about, first and foremost, what made you guys come to this expo?
Well, first of all, we are women of color, okay? And being that we are women of color and we want to represent women of color, like
I
we have
love
a
that.
beautiful Latina woman on our label, super important for us to let these communities know that we are providing a natural product.
Yes.
Our motto is that we all have a curve in common. And brown women and black women, we have curves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was one of our main objectives, is to let people and let women know that we are creating products, skincare products that are healthy.
Yeah.
For all women, but
love
with
that.
a definite emphasis on women of color. And
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I love the fact that it's for minority women. I love the fact that it's all natural.
Mhm.
And I also love the fact that you have something in there for like pigmentation.
Absolutely.
And I'm always looking for products with that.
Yeah. So in our formula development stage, we decided to put licorice root in, which is also very natural and very good for you for a number of reasons. But the licorice root does help to brighten hyperpigmentation. So we were, very confident that that would be a great addition.
Yeah, no, I love that. So tell me a little bit about what inspired you guys to even start this product.
What inspired us? Were you going to say something? Oh, okay.
What inspired us is 70% of women worldwide wear a size 14 and over. We have curves,
Okay.
but there's never been an all natural product that
70%.
70%.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And there's never been a product that actually addressed the needs of curvy women.
That's true.
So
They don't hear that.
This is an anti-chafe, anti-friction stick. But we also boast, like you mentioned, the hyperpigmentation.
Yes.
We also boast anti-inflammation, and we've managed to pull together some really wonderful natural ingredients that we have. First of all, like, you spoke about the Why the Latina, Expo. We have arnica in here, and we know that arnica is definitely has been used in South America for eons. So that's one of the reasons why we're like, we got to connect with these communities. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we're using ingredients among all of us throughout the diaspora that these, products our grandmothers used, our aunties used, things like that. So we were able to pull together ingredients and be inspired by the things that our grandmothers used and our
Yeah.
great grandmothers used to heal these issues.
I love that. I love that you guys are doing this. I love the product itself just because of the fact that even someone like me, runner, bigger girl, right? Sometimes we need things like this. I mean, it's just, all sizes really need it, right?
exactly.
All
We all
sizes
have a
need
curve
it.
in common.
Yes, I love that fact that you said that, right? So, what are you guys looking to get from the Chicago Latina Expo? Like, what was your main goal here?
Well, I'll tell you what we have gotten. First of all, we've gotten a lot of enthusiasm about the product simply being in market. And
Yes.
that's always that's affirmational. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That serves as affirmation. We've made some really wonderful contacts with some of the other vendors here,
Yes.
who are interested in carrying our product in their store.
I
And
love
we sold
that.
some product too, which is great.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. So, where can they find your product? If someone's interested, where can they go?
Prettymuch.com, and it's pretty with an I.
Prettymuch.com, pretty with an I.
Yes.
I love that.
And then we're also available on Instagram as well. You can purchase on Instagram and Facebook. And our handle on there, they still call them handles. I'm not sure. But
Yes,
okay,
it's
they
so
just
good.
call them
You
handles.
are right.
But we are Pretty Much Body. And you can purchase through Instagram as well.
I
Or we're
love
direct to
that.
customer.
I love
Yeah.
that. So thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
on with us. Thank you everyone for watching the replay, watching on whatever channel you did. We appreciate you guys so much for being on with me. I'm Jennifer Sanchez from the Wise Coffee Chat Show. You guys have a great rest of your day. God bless you guys. Talk to you guys soon.